Hi everyone, so here is the first paper from last week, then the grade on screen. Now I usually take about 15 to 30 minutes to grade each paper, so I am going to try to speed it up. So if it sounds like I'm speed talking, it's just because I'm trying to get through this really quickly, which is really difficult for me. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is turn on the track changes. Make sure that this is set to all markup so you can see all my comments and changes. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is delete this because in the announcements I posted a message about the writing assignments this semester, and one of the things I said there is that we are not going to include any of our class information in any of our documents this semester because we're going to treat all of our assignments as real documents, not as homework assignments. Okay, so the first category here, thinking and problem solving, we have four attributes that this person listed. Let's see, competent with technology, effectively communicate with people from different backgrounds, experiences, exceptional at working unsupervised, excel in critical thinking. Now the problem here is that anytime you have a list, whether it's bulleted, numbered, or a list in a sentence, is that that list has to be in parallel format. And that means each item in the list has to be in the same grammatical format. So if you start a sentence, if you start one item with a verb, they all have to start with verbs. If you start one with an adjective, they all have to start with an adjective. If one of your items in the list is a complete sentence, they all need to be complete sentences. So it all has to be in the same grammatical format. So competent is an adjective, communicate is our verb, exceptional adjective, excel verb. So we want to make these all the same grammatical format. So let's see, maybe we'll change this to maybe competently use. So now we're starting with our verb here, use. And then maybe we'll change this to work well unsupervised. So work is our verb, and then we have excel. So now all four start with the verb. Alright, I am well versed in the use of technology and practice it regularly to stay up to date on all of the latest. Latest what? Latest is an adjective, so what is latest describing? Up to date, we're using it as one word, so technically it should be hyphenated, like up to date. But you can also just use the word current. My skills in being able to communicate effectively with all kinds of people from many different backgrounds, ethnicity, and experiences have been sharpened for the past 6 years. That's kind of wordy, especially this part, my skills in being able to communicate. So maybe we would say here instead my my ability to communicate. We can get rid of 4 words, my ability, and this I'm just thinking off the fly here, so there might be a better way to word it, but my ability to communicate effectively with all kinds of people from many different backgrounds, ethnicities, and experiences has, because now we say my ability, which is singular, so we need a singular verb, has been sharpened for the past 6 years. I am well versed in working unsupervised and completing all tasks in a timely manner. I am able to see a problem, evaluate it, and use critical thinking to be able to accomplish assigned tasks and eliminate any potential problems. So, and use critical thinking to be able to, so that's wordy, to critical thinking to accomplish assigned tasks. So one thing you want to do in your paragraphs to help them flow more smoothly, to increase reader engagement, is to vary your word structure and your complexity. So don't start several sentences in a paragraph the same way. So we have I am well versed, I am well versed, I am. So we have I am, I am, I am. So change up your sentence structure. And I'll just put a little note here. Okay, change up your sentence structure. And normally I would put more detail to that, and I would explain exactly what I just said on screen. Alright, our next attribute here, oral and written communication, next category, oral and written communication. Well-trained professional who is always performing at my highest. So professional is talking about someone like in the third person. It would be in the first person, so at his highest. Also, well-trained is coming together to create one word that describes what kind of professional, so we need to hyphenate that. So well-trained professional, strive every day to be a team player. Okay, so we started this one with the noun, professional, and then strive every day, strive is verb. Strong believer, noun, and being dependable and accountable. Committed to making contribution and going above and beyond expectations. So again, we have a list here that is not parallel format. So for like this one, strive every day to be a team player, you would want to maybe start it with team player so that it starts with the noun player. But in order to know how to develop that more, I need to read down here to see what point this person was making. Okay, so I take pride in any work I am performing and handle myself likewise in the public's eyes to raise good standing for company and community relations. I take pride in any work I'm performing and handle myself likewise. So I'm assuming likewise would be like I handle myself with pride in the public's eyes to raise good standing for company and community relations. I strongly agree that teamwork, one word, teamwork is a vital part of any company that wants to strive in the future. So I am always a team player. Okay. I strongly agree that teamwork is a vital part of any company that wants to strive in the future. So that last part is just really awkwardly worded, that wants to strive in the future. So I am always a team player. One thing too is that with this assignment specifically, you were supposed to summarize how you use or demonstrate your attributes, your personal attributes, right? And so just by saying like I'm a team player, then that doesn't really summarize the attribute. Same thing kind of up here. You know, I am well versed in working unsupervised. Well, if you work well, and then the attribute was work well unsupervised, but you didn't really say or summarize how you work well supervised. So content-wise, that's kind of an issue. All right, so I'm going to keep going, though, just for time's sake. My ethic of always showing up 15 minutes, this doesn't need to be hyphenated. If you were saying like 15-minute time limit, then yes, it would be, because 15 minutes be coming together to form one word that describes something, the time limit, but we're talking about how many minutes? 15 minutes. So minutes is the noun, 15 is the adjective. So 15 minutes early for work ensures I can be dependable and accountable for work each day, along with strengthening the team bond in the workplace. Workplace is one word. My ethic of always showing up ensures I can be dependable and accountable for work each day. Okay. I think we could word that if I had time. I think we could word that more directly. But technically, grammatically, it's okay. My drive to make a place better than the way I found it pushes me to contribute heavily every day. We don't need a comma because we're not joining two complete sentences with this conjunction. If you were joining two complete sentences, you would need a comma, but push past regular expectations is not a complete sentence, so we don't need a comma with that. So my drive to make a better place, or a place better than the way I found it, pushed me to contribute heavily every day. My drive to make the place better than the way I found it pushes me to push past regular expectations. Let's try to come up with another word so that it's not, it pushes me to push. So avoid redundant wording. Pushes me to push past. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next part, interpersonal and teamwork. Effectively handle being flexible and open to others' opinions. Strongly believe in openness, remain proactive, believe in fair play, and creating alliances. So those four are all actually parallel because we have handle, believe, remain, and believe. Again, so, but this first one is a little, so you can handle being flexible. So we can, you know, instead of saying effectively handle being flexible, you could just say, we'll do this, we'll just start here. Open to others' opinions and maybe like adapt well to change, something like that. There we go. Okay, so I'm able to effectively be a part of a team and respect others' opinions, and being flexible. I'm able to being flexible within. So see, that's actually a good case of something that's not parallel. So this is kind of a two list thing here, but I am able to effectively be a part of a team and respect others' opinions. Okay. And then I am able to being flexible. So I am able to effectively be part of a team and respect others' opinions, and you can change this to am flexible within a team to accomplish tasks. So that way it is parallel. Complete openness within a team can help resolve small problems before they become larger. Hard to deal with larger. So I think what it's saying, so before they become larger, comma, and then hard to deal with is actually coming together to form one word that describes. So harder to deal with problems or issues. So you can be a part of a team, respect others' opinions. So I am flexible. So again, it's not providing a lot of detail on the summary as far as like how this person does it. So, and we get the same repetitive wording here, I am able to remain proactive for myself and other team members to help advance careers and also stay on top of issues that can arise so they don't spread throughout a team. So, remain proactive. Let's see. I agree that being fair across the board helps limit conflict within a team to be able to eliminate alliances among team members, and we don't need that comma, and promote the team to create alliance again outside teams. What? So see, this is again some of this is a little wordy and I won't have time to fix all of it. But so I agree that being fair across the board helps limit conflict within a team to be able to eliminate. So that's where it gets a little wordy here. Within a team to be able to eliminate alliances among team members. It's almost like the direction of the sentence shifts. And promote. I agree that being fair helps across the board helps limit conflict within a team. And then maybe we just change this to and eliminates alliances among team members and promotes. So actually, we're going to get rid of the and. We're just going to say this. Helps limit conflict within a team, eliminates alliances among team members, and then we'll just add that comma back, start comma, and. So we have a list now of 3 items. And promote the team. Promotes. Being fair promotes the team to create an alliance again outside teams. I don't know, missing a word maybe? Okay. Personal qualities and work ethic, effective listening, empathetic listening, effectively dress. So now we have a verb. So to have and these aren't really attributes. These are just kind of things, right? Effective listening, empathetic listening. I mean, we could change it to listen. Oops. Listen effectively. Would be a little bit better. Listen. Whoops. Listen emphatically. Effectively dress. To have an outstanding personal appearance. Conscious of upkeeping high standards. So we'll just say maintain high standards of courtesy. That way these all start with verbs. Alright. I regularly practice effective listening to fully understand what my client, employee, or team member wants and needs done. Along with effective listening, comma, because use a comma after an introductory expression. Oops, and let's put that comma in the right spot. I argue that emphatic listening with younger workforce members can go a long way showing that I care and truly appreciate one's work or difficult situation they can be going through helps drive them to better and go past expectations. Whoa. That paragraph, that sentence is wordy, and we're missing some words, and we're using some of the wrong words here. So we're talking about one. I think this person means one's work as a person, but then that's singular, and then they is plural. So we'll just say that I truly appreciate their work, because it's talking about members, more than one. So along with effective listening, I argue that emphatic listening with younger workforce members can go a long way. How about in showing that I care and truly appreciate their work or difficult situation they could be going through helps. So now we're like shifting here. Helps drive them to be better and go past so this whole part needs to be reworded, and really we could probably break this into 2 sentences just to increase clarity there. So I'll have to work on that after I'm done with this video. I ensure I keep a professional image to set the example for team members and employees to ensure we have a good image to our clients and also the public. That's a little wordy too. So I ensure I keep, so it could just be like, I keep a professional image to set the example for team members, employees to ensure we have a good image to our clients. This to ensure part, I keep to set the example for team members. Maybe we just say the importance of having a good the importance of having, okay, I keep professional image to set the example for team members, employees, the importance of having a good image to showing a good image. I'll have to think about that more. Anyway, to our clients, and we don't need also because the word and is the same as also. The public. Being conscious of my high standards of courtesy helps create lasting relationships with clients and team members. How? So, okay. So anyway, that was really quick. I need to go back through this and provide a little bit more feedback for the student. But as you can see, this person needs to write more clearly and concisely, and that would just really help with the audience being able to understand the message a little bit more easily. I had to read some things a couple times and I stumbled over some parts, so that would be some of my main feedback to that person. Also, just making sure that the lists are in parallel format, and that you're not just regurgitating like, oh, I'm a team player, that you're actually giving examples when you're summarizing how you use or demonstrate these attributes. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful.